Hello, I'm Dave Tranchita, physical therapist and owner of PROCare Physical Therapy. We have two offices, one in Greenfield and one in New Berlin. I wanted to show you guys today some tricks in ergonomics and how to have a better health at your workstation. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is your workstation and your setup. So your chair is very important. If you can get an ergonomic chair that fits your body stature, that is the best. Again, I would talk to your employer and see if that can happen. But the best chair that you can get is one that is adjustable, both for your seat pan, back, and up and down for the chair. The chair should have about 1 inch width beyond your thighs. You should have about a hand's width behind the knee to the front of the chair. And your legs, your hips should be always higher than your knees, as well as maintaining a good position of your posture. Now, if my chair is too low, again, our tendency is to slouch, and that's going to put strain on our neck, shoulders, and back during the day. So if you bring your chair up as far as it'll go, okay, pull yourself up into your workstation so that you're at home row on your keyboard. Again, ideally, we want to be in an upright position. Our elbows should be at about 90 degrees while I'm on home row. Now, if it's not and my chair needs to either higher or lower, if I raise my chair up to get to this 90 degrees at my keyboard, then that means that my feet are dangling and I'm going to need a footrest. And that's easy to correct. Next component is your mouse. Again, a lot of times we have a tendency to overreach for our mouse. Ideally, if my elbows stay at my sides, I know that I'm safe. This is where we want to be doing a lot of our work. We don't want to be out here or doing too much excessive reaching because that puts a lot of undue stress to your neck and back. So with the mouse, with my elbow at my side, I can adjust my positioning right here. Once I start reaching out here, it's just physics. So I've got a longer lever arm. Now my shoulder's going to fatigue, my neck's going to start bothering me, I can get headaches, those sort of things. So always keep your elbow at your side with your mouse. Next component is your monitor. You want to make sure your monitor is high enough so that when you're looking at your monitor, and that monitor should be straight ahead, it shouldn't be cockeyed unless you have two monitors at your workstation, then that would be fine. But straight ahead is an ideal position. Again, with your monitor, it needs to be high enough so that if I close my eyes and I look at the horizon and open my eyes, I should be able to see the first typable line. Let's just say you're in a Word document. So if I'm able to see my first typable line, now I've got about a 40 degrees of gaze using just my eyes to scan my monitor. Again, if my monitor is too low, how do I have to get to the lower position? Is I have to slouch. And again, that's putting undue stress to your neck, back, and shoulders. And again, over time, 8 hours times 5 days times 52 weeks puts a lot of stress on your body. So ideally with the monitor, again, if I have a 15 to 16 inch monitor, I need to have that monitor somewhere between arm's length and fingertips length. So that's about where I should be. If it's a bigger monitor, it can be further away. Now, if you have a monitor that's too close right now and you're assessing that, again, don't take that monitor and push it all the way back. You want to do it over time, and I would say probably a 2-week period, because your eyes are used to the distance right now, and if you push it too far away, you're going to generate possibly headaches due to some stress and strain that your body's not used to. So that's the monitor, mouse, keyboard, and your chair. Now, what's most important is you should be taking breaks during the day. Again, if you're going to really be at the computer, at your station 8 hours a day, we want you to take a break about every hour, get up and move, make the excuse to go talk to a colleague, go get some paper, go to the copy machine, go to the bathroom, whatever it takes. Use that excuse to get your circulation, get your body moving. We're meant to move our bodies during the day. So some stretches that you should be doing about every hour to 2 hours. The first one that we should be doing is really what I call the box drill. Again, if you shrug your shoulders up to your ears, Pull them back, squeeze your shoulder blades, and let your arms fall and shoulder blades into your back pocket. That's my box. And again, about every hour, I should be doing that, because over time, even though you don't know it, gravity will slowly take you down into this rounded, poor posture position, which is going to put undue stress to your body. So once you get into your box position, you can go ahead and do a neck stretch. So holding onto the chair with one hand, holding the head to the opposite side, very light. Stretching should be very gentle. It's how long, not how strong. Now, if you wanted to fine tune where the stretch is, you can turn the chin down to the armpit or up towards the ceiling. And again, trying to breathe, relax about 20 to 30 seconds, and then repeat to the other side. So one of the main injuries in ergonomics and repetitive overuse is carpal tunnel. Most of us have heard that. So one of the stretches I like to do is called the prayer stretch. If you put your palms together, stack your fingers together, and try to bring it down towards your lap, find the stretch, and then you're going to push your fingers to the side till you feel a nice stretch through the fingers, wrists, and up the forearm. Again, holding about 20 to 30 seconds. And then repeat to the other side. So we want to stretch also the top side of the forearm, because we're doing a lot of repetition of our forearms and fingers. You're going to grab the back of the forearm or the wrist. I like to put my arm in a downward position and lean into it to get a nice stretch on top of the forearm. And again, holding 20 to 30 seconds and repeating on the other side. Now, we've gotten up and moved and got some circulation for our lower half. We also want to do that periodically while you're sitting at your workstation. So some things that you can do is you can do some shoulder rolls, 5 each direction, clockwise, counterclockwise. You can get your arms out here, do some arm circles, again about 5 each direction, and then also some wrist movements, clockwise and counterclockwise. Again, we want to get blood flow moving, because when we're in a static position, that keeps the blood flow from being flowing throughout the body. It's restricted in one particular area, especially the areas that we're overusing at the time. So that is our lunch and learn. A little bit on ergonomics, a little bit about stretching and taking breaks throughout the day to improve your health at your workstation. If you have questions, please answer them below, and we'll see you next time.